Hello, everybody. Long time no see, like very long time no see. We'll see if anybody pops on. Well, it looks like there's 3 people. That's what it says. We'll see. I'm back in my office today because Richard is actually in Appleton today. So he's not sleeping right now. So I can be in my office for a little while today. So hey guys, whoever is here, if you are here, say hi. Unless I did something wrong, got it. That's fine. There we go. I did 2 things. So, hi. How are you guys? Where are you watching from? And what does your weather look like? Because that's what I usually do. So, where are you watching from? And what is your weather doing right now? It says it's 33 degrees outside. My phone keeps shutting off when I'm trying to look at the weather. Come on. The alert is out of date. Super helpful. 33 degrees feels like 31. We're in a heat wave right now. Let me see. We're going to get up into like the 40s. 50s. It looks like February 4th and 5th. It says 50s, but we'll see. We'll see what actually happens because, yeah, you just never know what's actually going to happen. I'm in Washington State and it's 51. See that? I could totally do that. Although now the 30s feels like a heat wave. It really does. It was so cold. The Arctic blast that was coming down. I was actually just watching a video to see if we're supposed to get another Arctic blast in February. He hadn't gotten that far yet. And then I made my coffee and then I headed upstairs to hop online. Neely, you guys are at 52. This is fun. It's very interesting. 62 in New Orleans. See, that seems normal to me. That seems normal. I would think so. In Wisconsin, I don't know. This year's been very interesting. I have had to just kind of give my emus over to whatever happens. I'm like, they have so much stuff and they won't go into the shed. They won't go into this. They won't do that. Oh, well. Hi, Tina. So here's the deal. I can pack it up and I can send you some snow. I'd be more than happy to do that. But without further ado, I will show you guys what my new, I said obsession in the thing and I was like, is it really my new obsession? I don't know. Probably not. But I love doing it anyways. The glare is terrible. I'm sorry. You can see my little ring light. Isn't that so cute? Connie says went down to 30 last week in New Orleans and it shut down the city. I bet. You guys, you're just not equipped for it. You're just not used to it. Although you guys got a ton of rain, didn't you? Which I think was good for drought reasons, but it's been fun anyways. Plants. Harvesting plants specifically. Peony, all of this is actually from my property. I brought up a tiny amount, a small amount of what I've actually been working on just to kind of share with you guys, to show you some of the things that I've been doing that my girls love to be a part of, and that we have seen a major change in our health by implementing some of these things. So we have been collecting on my property. There has not been any kind of spray, chemical, nothing like that I have put down or that anyone else has come here and put down for 2 years. So nothing has been sprayed and everything that I harvested is far enough away from the roads or the driveway that there's no car exhaust that it maybe has absorbed anything like that. So we have been having so much fun. Hello, Judy from New Mexico. We have been having tons of fun making tinctures. This one's an elderberry tincture. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the color. It's like that beautiful elderberry color. I've got elderberry comfrey oils. We're making oils. Let me see if I can get you to see it. See how green it is? You see that? It's so cool. I found a new way to make oils, and you actually do a little bit of alcohol in with it. There's a process. It only takes about 3 days because you do it in, I do it in my dehydrator. So it keeps the heat at like 90, 95, I think is what I usually set it at. And it extracts so much amazing goodness from the plants. So the comfrey, this came from my property as well. So I'm doing these labels. The glare is so bad. But the comfrey oil accelerates healing of skin and wounds. Do not use on deep cuts. Always clean wound completely because whatever is in there, it heals so fast it'll just like heal it shut. Sprained strains, bruised muscles, fractured bones, all kinds of things. The leaves, which is what this is, are actually fine to ingest. There's like a huge controversy over comfrey. The root is what is dangerous and not okay to ingest. Leaves are actually okay. Just I wouldn't recommend drinking the stuff. But there's actually comfrey tea. Like there's a lot of people who actually have been doing comfrey tea for a long time. This is another creation of mine. Again, you cannot see it because the glare is so terribly bad. This is my cold care glycerite. I made this for Bella. So this was made with glycerin instead of alcohol, like a tincture is. This one has elderberry, white pine, super high in vitamin C, and really good expectorant. Mullein, also a really good expectorant and supports your all of your breathing pathways. Goldenrod, geranium, echinacea, and nettle. So I let this sit in glycerin, liquid vegetable glycerin, for about 6 weeks. And then I pull it out, strain it out, and it's pulled out all of the constituents from the plant that I want it to have that are going to help support our systems. Connie says we need a video on these. I just planted comfrey, looking to learn more about herbal medicine. It is so incredible. Once you open up a door, it's like it just opens up a whole new world to you. It is absolutely incredible. I'm really hoping that come summertime, I'll be back in the swing of making videos, and I will be able to show you guys how I go out on my own property. Cassidy and I love to go foraging on our property, and we will go find plants. We can show you ethical harvesting practices and then what I do with it right afterwards. This one, it's a Mullein Horehound spiced brandy. This, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the color a little bit. This is what I make my cough syrup with. I got the recipe for my cough syrup. Hello from Mesa, Arizona. My parents are in Arizona. The recipe I got for the cough syrup came from Appalachia's Homestead from Patera. Absolutely the most incredible cough syrup that I have ever used. So usually we resort to giving the kids Delsum. Terrible, I know, full of junk, and it's got the dyes in it and everything. But if Bella can't breathe and not much else is working and she will not drink teas, it just doesn't work, I will give her some Delsum. This cough syrup works the same as the Delsum. It is incredible. I can take, for adults, it's like 1 to 2 tablespoons. For kids, it's a teaspoon. I changed mine as a little tiny bit different than hers. So her recipe calls for some kind of alcohol base. I think she used bourbon in one of hers. I don't remember, but I found a spiced brandy, and it's E&J's spiced brandy, which I think they've discontinued because I found them on like half price. So we bought all the bottles so that I can make lots of cough syrup. But it's the spiced brandy or alcohol of your choice, honey in equal amounts, lemons that have been juiced. So the lemon juice, horehound candy is what she uses in hers. Mine, I infuse my alcohol with mullein and horehound. And so this sits and it pulls all of those wonderful properties from the plants. and goes into the alcohol, and then I make it. And then I add cinnamon into mine as well. Hers didn't have cinnamon in it, but I add cinnamon into mine. It tastes so good. It is phenomenal. I didn't bring it up here with me, but maybe I will actually make a video of that. Maybe I'll do that. I should probably do that, shouldn't I? I should do that. I should make, the next time I make more cough syrup, I will film it. So I will show you how I can even leave this all in here and I can strain it out. So I can show you guys how I strain it. And I just use jelly bags. They're fantastic. Use that. And then I will make the cough syrup and show you. I keep it in the little, like the little, what's the word? Oh my Lord. Maple syrup bottles that have like the little handle on the side, the glass ones. I store my cough syrup in that. That's what I keep that in. And then finally, this is my lung support oil rub that I made. This one, oh, it smells so good. Okay, so it's green because it has things like the comfrey oil in it. So and it's such a beautiful green color. I think this one had plantain. I have it written down elsewhere. It's just not written down up here because I didn't put a label on it. That's why. So this one is only safe for 6+ on age because it has wintergreen in it. Wintergreen can actually be lethal to children. So I actually have it listed as 6+ right there. And I got to get my label on it, but this lives in my bathroom. So I haven't really labeled it or anything. That is just a small sampling of some of the things that we are doing and some of the things that we have been learning about all of the herbs on our property. Now, if you don't have the ability to find things on your own property, then you can get them from Star West Botanicals. Are excellent. They have a huge variety. Their prices are really reasonable, and I know that it's the highest quality. I have ordered from Amazon. I will be completely honest. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, am I actually getting what I'm paying for? Or is there some shenanigans going on that I'm unaware of? I don't know. So now I'm trying to really stick with, hi Cindy. I'm trying to really stick with going to smaller places, local places, but for the most part, if I can grow it here, I'm going to try. Oh, the doggy is very excited. The snow is falling off the roof in massive chunks. And because we have a metal roof, it sounds like the whole house is coming down. So kind of makes the doggy a little upset. But I will show you a couple of my books. Hello, Keto Simple. There's a couple of books. Just a couple of books. It's fine. I did not bring you everything, but the ones that I thought were some of the most important. So this one, Peterson's Field Guide to Medicinal Plants and Herbs. There is also a Peterson's Field Guide to Edible Plants and Herbs. This one, as you can see, it's not very big, but this is one of the most comprehensive that you will find. You can actually look plants up by their appearance. So if you look at the bottom, they've got this yellow stripe. It says 5 or more petals that are yellow. And then you can come over here, plants with 3 parts. There's all kinds of miscellaneous flowers with 5 petals. So this is a way for you to identify plants without an app. Because I have an app, I don't even know if I still have it on my phone. I'm sure I do. Plant ID, is that the one that it is? Let me see if I have it. I don't know. Open photos. I do. Picture this, not Plant ID. Picture this. And it's this little one right over here. If you can kind of see it, kind of, sort of. Not really. Just kidding. Picture this. It seems to be pretty accurate. However, it is not guaranteed to be accurate 100% of the time. So be careful. That's what this is for. Because then if you were to use your app and look at it and be like, okay, that's what this is, check it in 1 or more books to make sure that that's actually what it is, because some of these plants can actually be toxic. They really can hurt you. So Peterson's is the most comprehensive, teeny tiny little book that you can have with you that's going to tell you what things are, what they're good for, This one's lemon balm. And then Canadian mint, tons of stuff. Absolutely priceless to have this. I'm actually going to get the edible one too. I just don't have it yet. Herbal Home Healthcare. This is by Dr. Christopher. I have a bunch of his supplements, tinctures, capsules, things like that. Patriot Nurse and Krista from Big Family Homestead, they use this and love this. So this has all kinds of recipes in it that you can make using your tinctures, your oils, things like that. It's a family herbal book. This has been around for a long time. It's tried and true recipes that are absolutely incredible. Copyright is 1976. So it's got some really, really good stuff in it. So Kid E Well, yarrow, elderflower, peppermint, echinacea. This formula is mildly stimulating to the immune system. It allows your child to naturally combat colds, flus, fever. So it's simply like that. And it gives you these ideas of what you could use for certain and different things. Gives you steps, step 3, step 4. If someone is sick with this, you follow these steps to help them get better. So there's that one. I also have the last book of herbal remedies with really bad glare on it. I'm sorry. I saw these commercials on Facebook and they were promoted again and again and again and again. And finally I said, okay, fine. Let me just get one of them. This is my favorite. So now whenever Cassidy and I are out and we find something, my response is go get the green book. Go get the green book. This is the green book. And we look at it. It's not as comprehensive as the Petersons, but it is extremely easy to look at. I mean, the pages are huge. They have big, colorful pictures so that you know exactly what you're looking at. I mean, look at that. It's pictures of the roots, the flowers that she spent, I think it was like 20 years worth of collections of photos to make sure that you get all of the right things. It tells you, so for example, here's lavender. It shows you identification, edible use, medicinal use, aromatherapy, aches and pains, kills lice and their nits, and it's an insect repellent, respiratory problems, urinary tract infections, lowering blood pressure, harvesting recipes, lavender tea, lavender tincture. And it gives you all of these things. So I'm glad that I pulled this one up because it's absolutely perfect. What does it say? Lowering blood pressure. And as Cindy or Keto Simple said, I'd be afraid to get that stuff wrong. This is not something that you can do without learning first. I do not recommend that you just go out there, grab some stuff, throw it in a jar of alcohol and see what happens. I don't recommend doing that at all. Lavender lowers blood pressure. What if you already have low blood pressure? This could be a very dangerous situation. So you need to learn about the plants that you have and what you're going to use them for, and use caution in everything that you're doing. I too was very scared when I first started, but just like everything else, it has a learning curve. So I began to learn a little bit, do a few really super simple little things like the elderberry tincture. This is safe. We all know what elderberries are going to do. We know that it's good for helping with colds and flus and things like that. So I threw it in there. I'm going to bottle some of this up and I'm going to keep it for us. I'm going to give it to a friend of mine as well because their family has really been struggling. So this, super simple, nice and easy. You can start with something like that. This, easy? Was it really easy? I don't know if it was really easy. Can't see it. This is my bull thistle tincture. Y'all. This bull thistle was 6.5 feet tall. 6.5 feet tall. And it fell over. And every time something falls over or falls down or something, like my attention gets drawn to it, I go, ooh, you know what? I should probably look and see if that's medicinal in any way. So bull thistle, come to find out, is the number one natural way to treat arthritis pain. And there are entire studies done on this. Most people aren't stupid enough to deal with the bull thistle because it is intense, especially when it's a 6.5 foot tall bull. I mean, the needles, I should have kept some of them and like tried to burr little holes into them. They literally could have been used as needles. They were so sharp, like sewing needles. It was intense. But this is hugely effective at arthritis pain. You can drink it as a tea a couple of times a day, or you can take the tincture several times a day, like 3 times a day. And there's actually a formula. I have listed on here 6 to 10 drops per 20 pounds of body weight spread out over 2 to 3 doses a day. There is so much to be found at our fingertips in our world. So we don't have to go to the doctor. We don't have to go a lot of these other places right away. We can try some of these natural remedies that we have on hand because it takes time. It takes 6 weeks or so to actually make one of these tinctures. So you have to plan ahead. You have to get it done before you need it. You become very proactive. So now I look around and I'm going, okay, what do I need? I need this, I need this, and I need this. So come spring, we're going to find these things. Finding what time of the year is the best to harvest these different plants. Roots are best in the autumn, for example, because the plant has flowered, it's done all of its wonderful things, and then it starts to draw back its nutrients. So the plant dies, and the nutrients go down into the roots. That's when you want to harvest your roots. Most of the time is going to be in the autumn. Whereas there's other plants like nettle, extremely beneficial. It's really amazing for all kinds of things, for helping you to get thicker hair, boosts your immune system, all kinds of things. But you want to get nettle before June. You don't ever want to harvest any nettle after June, because once the nettle starts to flower, they don't look like flowers. It looks like little tiny, like bead clusters, and they'll turn into these little hanging fingers, and they look like little tiny green star bits. It's really cool. But once that happens, the plant itself is toxic, and it will actually cause kidney damage. So you have to get all of your nettle. It's best to harvest them when they're like that tall, and they just grow back. So you can just chop the whole thing and it'll grow back again, and it'll just keep growing back, much like mint and a lot of those other types of things will do. Catnip is another one, but nettle is, you just chop it off and it just keeps growing. It's self-repopulating, things like that. Fantastic, but you have to know when to get them. And so last year was really a huge learning curve for me on when I should get these things and how I should deal with these, what the best preparations are for them, what they're used for. So we've begun using them, and every time we have gotten anything, we have hit them super hard with tinctures. Now, not all the tinctures that we take are actually from me. Down below in the description, I have a link to a company called Earthley, and these are all tinctures that are pre-made for you, so that you don't have to worry about this, but they are excellent quality and they work so well. So we will take I'll get one of the little kids' medicine cups, and I will put Feel Better Fast, Immune, Biotic, Cough Be Gone, and Sinus Saver, for example, are the ones whenever we have a respiratory issue. Those are the 4 things, and they have dosing on the back of the bottle. And so I will put those into the little medicine cup. I will top it off with my elderberry syrup, and then we will take that shot. And you do that 3 times a day, you're over whatever it is generally in like 3 days. We'll do things like castor oil packs and the chest rubs and things like that, and it makes such a huge difference. I don't take any pharmaceuticals anymore, save ibuprofen. There are times that nothing else I'm doing will work, and I will absolutely take some ibuprofen. But we're going with the natural ways to do things, and it's been incredible to see how much better our bodies can fight when we aren't suppressing our symptoms, but when we're supporting our natural defenses. So that's my newest fun and amazing thing. A lot of my stuff, so like this jewel weed here, I actually freeze dry it because a lot of these things are going to be best when they are fresh, but a lot of oils and tinctures are made better when it's dried. So I thought freeze drying would probably be the best of both worlds because it retains like 99% of the nutrient levels while being completely dry. So I can pulverize it and then put it into which is exactly what this is. It's what it looks like that because I pulverized it. I blended it into a powder and then I put it into the alcohol so that it can draw from every single cell. It can remove everything that it needs. And you get just that much more of it. The bull thistle was fun. It's a giant bottle because one, it works really well. And I really don't want to have to do it again anytime soon. So I got the big giant mason jar bull thistle tincture. It was wonderful. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So if you are interested, then let me know. Drop me a comment and I will do my best to probably get a notebook and make a list of things that people want to see. What types of things would you like to see? I will make my cough syrup. The next time we make it, we haven't been sick. Honestly, so we got sick once this year. I think it was once, and I think it was that 100-day cough that's been going around that everybody has because Richard still has a little bit of a tickle. But for the most part, we were over it in, I want to say it was like three days, maybe 4 days on the outside. So it was very doable. I never took any Sudafed. We never did anything like that. We have found all kinds of tricks that work for us. So I'd love to share that with you guys if you are interested, but let me know what you guys want to know, what you want to see. Come springtime, I will take you around the property and show you what's growing. We can go harvest some nettles together. We can go look at the thistles to see how everything is doing, and we'll go from there. So anyways, I just wanted to jump on here and show you guys that. I will eventually get back into making videos. We had to figure out how to get a recorded video from my daughter's phone onto my computer to be edited. It was a little bit of some gymnastics to get it done, but we did figure it out. So I will probably get back to making some videos for you guys so that I can bring you along with me because there's not going to be any signal about this far out from my house for me to do a live. I have cell service, but it's not going to be probably live worthy. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll try. Maybe I'll like take you out there and we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, it'll be an adventure, but not right now because there's 6 inches of snow on the ground and my fireplace is downstairs. So anyways, I love you guys. I have missed you dearly, and let me know what you think. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic week, and I plan to see you next week. That's my current plan, is to see you guys once a week for a live until I start getting some videos back up in the works. Might be like further into spring before that happens. We'll see. So thank you everybody for jumping in. Give me a like and share this with anyone else who might be interested in learning how to do all of this fantastically fun things. And I will see you guys on the way. Bye, guys.